Rightio, welcome back guys, welcome back to another video on how to become a professional gambler when it comes to playing roulette. How to turn roulette basically into your own ATM. I'm gonna do a live session for you guys today. This is basically for my community out there that are more of a low bankroll community. So we've got a $785 bankroll at the moment, and we've got a win goal of $60 for today. We're going to be using 10-cent units, and I also have two particular strategies that I'll be running where I'm going to use $1 units just to show you guys different ways of being able to make profit smart. And I don't normally do it like this, but I just thought it would be a great way to display how you can still make significant profit using a low bankroll and entering slightly higher units for particular plays that have a good risk for reward. So like we always do, we have a plan. I've got everything written down here. I've written down 11 strategies, and I have 11. I'm only realistically prepared. We'll probably only use 10 strategies. The reason I've written down 11 is because when it comes to playing particular strategies, entry point is the key. So having a good entry point into the strategy, reading the history board, kind of seeing what's going on, and being able to make educated decisions from there. So I know that for each of these strategies, the target before moving on from each strategy is $2, except for the strategies where we play $1 units, so we only have two, and those strategies will both be $20 target, and that's how we're going to hit $60 in profit today. So making sure you guys have a plan is the key to this, and I highly recommend being able to practice this, getting fluent with the game, understanding what the payouts are for the game, so that you can accurately be able to do the math in your head as we go through these progressions. But we're going to start off today. We're going to enter into a live table, and we'll jump straight in with the first strategy. Now, always remember, guys, if you are playing online, it's convenient, but it can be a little bit more difficult when it comes to being able to, do the math and place the bets as it's only got a 15-second timer. So just got to keep that in mind, especially when you start getting a little bit deeper into the progression. You don't want to be getting caught out, running out of time and things like that. So if you choose to play online, then just be aware of that fact. Rightio, guys. So we've hit a zero. So what we got here is we're basically just covering 6 corner bets, and I've spread them out on the board like that. So you can basically choose whatever configuration you like, as long as they're not overlapping. So the first one lost. We're just double the bet after that. Hopefully we can get a hit instead of 9. That should pick out one of the corners. And when we get a hit on that, we're just going to re-bet the remaining corners. Now we had 2 units on all of those before, and I just doubled. Now we've got 4 units per corner. I like to, this personal preferences, I like to have a little bit more units out on the board when we have a lot more board coverage. That way we can sort of get our win goal and be able to move on. So that's going to satisfy that strategy. And we're going to move on now to our next strategy. This is basically two bets. So you got the top row and the bottom row of bets there, acting as 2 individual bets, and you'll see how we play this out. And if you do hit any of the 14, 17, 20, or 23, well then that's a bit of a jackpot bet. So essentially you can just rebet this. So that takes out the bottom spine. And what we'll do is I'd like to double the bet. Hopefully we can hit one of these, and we'll be able to move on to our next strategy. But yeah, it's a good way to to be able to become fluent is get a simulator, download a simulator, whether you're on a laptop or on your phone or whatever you can, and start playing on the simulator and practicing, getting fluent with how progressions work, and you wanna understand the game of roulette like the back of your hand, you know what I mean? Um, so you need to know what the payouts are going to be so that you can accurately be able to do the math to know how much money you need out there to be able to exit. And there's no one strategy out there that's ever going to be able to remove the house edge. So it comes down to your ability to play smart and be able to manage your money. So we missed that first one. I doubled the bet. I added 2 more units, so we're at 40 for that last spin. We've missed that one, so now I'm gonna just add another 2 units to these, and that's the thing. I can show you the first few when it comes to the recovery, but after that, it kind of comes down to math, and you got to make sure you've got enough out there to be able to hit your win goals. That's right, we lost that one, so we're just going to go now to 80 on these, and if I get a chance here, I'll show you guys. If we go on a little bit of a dry streak, I'll show you guys exactly how you place hedge bets to be able to keep your bankroll alive and buy yourselves some more time. So it's very important that you understand being able to buy yourself time is the key to survival and playing smart. So we'll go up to $1 on these, and if we don't get a hit here, I might put in a bit of a hedge, and I'll show you guys how that works. Because at the end of the day, guys, your bankroll is your lifeline, so you need to protect that with your life, and that's the only way you're going to make money. The only way is by having money to make money and by playing the game. So you have to play to be able to use this as an ATM for yourself. So we're going to go now to $1.50 on all of these, and I'm going to hedge now. I got a $10 hedge, and we're going to use this to reset the bankroll while we continue the progression. So seem to be getting a lot of repeater 27s out there. So we're simply resetting the bankroll by hedging there. And now we can go further into the progression and just be patient and wait it out, and eventually you'll get your hit. But it's all about managing your money, being able to keep the bankroll alive, and just hang in there. So that's an 8 there. We were at 787. We're at $780, so we're going to take that. Yeah, that's how it works. Being able to do the math, knowing how much you need laid out, so that when you do get your hit, you're enough in profit. Like I said, each of these strategies, the target for each strategy is $2. So we get our $2 win and we move on. And this is how you win at the game, by not sitting in and just a little bit more, just a little bit more. We play smart, and you've written it all down. You know exactly what you need to do. You need to follow the plan. Make sure you're giving yourself the best chance. You're not getting carried away, going, I'm gonna veer off here and see if I can get a little bit more money out of it. Just stick to your plan. You got a win goal. You've got it got it written down, and that's how you start bringing on board these attributes of a professional gambler, and not becoming a degenerate who ends up walking away, with empty pockets. So the main goal here is it's consistent. It's something you guys can do every day, consistently using the game roulette as an ATM. Whether you're playing in the casino, you're playing in online, wherever you may play the game, it's important to be smart and have a plan. And any professional gambler out there will tell you that they don't enter a casino without a good plan. So we had 20 cents. We had this bet here. We had 3 street bets per dozen, and basically it's 3 separate bets. So each dozen class there's 1 bet. So when you win one, basically you just remove the one that won and move on to the next. So that gets us to 798.91, and that's going to be enough now for us to move on. So now I'm going to play this strategy here. This is using $1 units, and we're betting the 5 numbers that sit either side of the 0. So it's 11 numbers all up, and placing the bets on the 5 numbers that sit either side. So it's a good way to get a cluster of numbers, maximize how much sort of forward coverage we've got. So we'll double the bet because I feel confident we should hit one of these numbers pretty early in the progression anyway. So you can, I'll tell you now, you can, after that first one, if you lose the first one, you can just rebet. You'll still make a significant profit purely because of the 35 to 1 payout when you're doing straight up numbers like this. So just being able to do the math, come to what's going on, how much you need to make. I never recommend getting greedy. Just be calm, stick to your plan, and you'll be able to consistently use this game as an ATM. We're seeing a fair few on the high side of the board. That's fine. We'll raise these now by another $1. Hopefully we can get a hit here early, and otherwise we will interpret a hedge bet to help recoup any earlier losses. And the beautiful thing too about having a hedge bet is when you do get your win, that's a significant win. So there we go, we get a 21 there. That gets us up to 825. And now I'm going to play a string of numbers here, and these numbers are the 5 numbers that sit either side of the 5. So we've got 5 numbers on either side of the 5, and 11 numbers all up. So 35, we should have stayed on the greens. That's alright. We'll rebet there, and we'll raise that bet. So these betting on the straight ups in a cluster like this is probably my favorite sort of way to play significantly. The profit versus risk versus reward is a good it's a good balance, and you can definitely get a fair decent profit. And usually the deeper you go in the progression, sometimes you end up making more than you would. We'll just go up now to $3 on these. And just staying calm, playing it out, wait it out, keep yourself alive, buy yourself some time if you need with hedging, and just playing it smart. Most importantly, understanding the game. And I can't stress being able to actually know where the numbers are on the board is going to be, key target. So there's 867. And basically, guys, that's it. I've only played 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 strategies, and I still have another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 strategies left. But I'm not going to push it any further because I wouldn't be an advocate for teaching professional gambling if I continue to fulfill the rest of my strategies. And so I want to display the ability to be able to leave the game once you have hit your target profit, which, like I said in the beginning, our target was $60. We started with 785 and we're at 867, so we pushed a little bit further than our $60 profit. But basically, guys, that's how you do it. And I'm going to be doing a lot more of these videos. This is specifically for my low bankroll guys out there. And so if you have any questions about it, if you want to ask any questions or wondering how to do this, then make sure you drop them in the comments, and I'll be happy to help. But I appreciate you guys watching. If you watched this far, make sure you hit that like, subscribe, all of that. Drop a comment. It all helps out and helps me be able to make more videos like this. And yeah, just remember, guys, don't be a degenerate, don't be a loser, be winners. I'm teaching professional gambling here. Be a winner. Winner leaves when he's in profit. Make sure you've got a plan. I can't stress enough to have this plan. Even if you know all the strategies in the back of your head, having it written down, having a visual target for each strategy, exactly how much you need to win, exactly how much. It takes out all that thinking, it takes out all that, I'll just push one more, I'll just do one more. So I can't stress enough, having your plan is the key to success here. And yeah, thanks very much again for watching, guys, and I'll see you fellas in the next one.